Okay, so the first thing I wanted to talk about was kind of mob mentality. Not cancel culture, we have talked about that before, but mob mentality. So I've got very limited experience. Well, I say limited. I did stream for many, many years, but it wasn't like to an extent of where I had an audience or whatever, like big views. But I wanted to talk about kind of the hate culture online, about how people feel like they have to comment something horrible instead of just immediately clicking off it and going, well, that's not for me, I'll find someone else. Do we think that's just an integral part of social media and that's what it has come along with it? Or do we think that that's something that's just unacceptable and it's just basically people crying out for attention?
Yeah, well, I mean, 50 years ago, this kind of thing probably didn't exist
Or if it
on this
did,
scale
it was like
because,
screaming on the streets, waving a
yeah,
bell, arsehole incoming!
yeah, because it's essentially just keyboard warriors, isn't it? Like everyone feels like they've got more entitlement to, well, of course, everyone can have an opinion on things, but more entitlement to express their volatile opinions,
Yeah.
over social media and slander anyone who doesn't agree with them.
Yeah, of
Uh,
course.
And yeah, I think so. It's a big caveat of social media as well. Like, one of the negatives.
Yeah.
Everyone comes out and has an opinion on it. And
I,
you
f-
can't do anything.
I find it fascinating, especially when it comes to streamers and YouTubers, right? Just as an example, I'm sure film, TV, many things get it. But specifically with YouTubers and streamers, you find, especially with streamers, when they're streaming for so many hours, these people just come in and start throwing hate in the chat at them. And it's like,
Yeah,
you're the one giving it attention now. So you
yeah,
do wonder, like, sometimes it's like, well, if you really don't like this person genuinely that much, just go away. Just find something that you enjoy. So there must be something in that person's heart that's like, no, I get enjoyment off this, or
yeah.
I just want to start a hate mob. I think the best way I heard it described was Shaggy earlier showed me a video of one of the kind of V YouTuber streamers that he watches, and she described it as like cockroaches. Even if you can't see it in your house, you still have to find it because you hate it, and it has to be gone.
Mm,
And that's what it feels like with these people who hate on people and are haters. As it's described. It's described as many ways. I just described them as assholes, but that's just me.
yeah,
But it's very much that kind of mentality. I don't know if you would agree, but it's like, even if they can't see it, it has to be gone because they don't like it and they don't agree with it. It's like, no, don't want it there. It's disgusting. It's a piece of poo. Get rid of it. Like, I don't want it anywhere near my screen. I don't want it existing anymore. It must be nuked. It's that kind of the China mentality. If we don't like it, it doesn't exist. So, I mean, would you agree? Do you think that's kind of how it is? Like, have you ever experienced that kind of thing of like, oh no, it must be gone, or is it just like, fuck off?
I don't know. I just can't. I. It's one of those weird things. Like, there will always be trolls and people who are wanting to, voice a negative aspect on something which they have no right. Saying, I was literally in Pennington Flash today, and like a load of boys went past and bikes was like, "Oh, what breed of cat's that?" to my dog. To my dogs, I was like, "It's a dog."
Oh, poor Lola and Roxy.
I know. So even they got hate for no reason.
Oh, Jesus.
But yeah, screw them. They also got a lot of compliments, like, "Aren't they good?"
If you ever see this, fuck you.
Yeah.
Those dogs are beautiful.
But yeah, it's just you just got to kind of use the professionalism to kind of ignore it, as long as it's not happening on like a wide scale. And if you're bringing attention to it, like as the streamer, then it's kind of like they're winning.
Yeah.
So you need to kind of block it out, acknowledge it and block it
Yeah.
out. Don't kind of focus so much on it. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's like kind of, I'm not trying to victim blame or anything. But,
No, of course. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really know what the
it's
answer is.
very-
There will always be trolls.
Yeah, I think the thing that I find is that this due to I'll see if I can find the name and link it down below, because this will probably become a clip. I'm not going to lie, it's a very interesting subject. But what I find is that this person was talking about kind of like on Twitter, you can block certain words, block certain phrases, that kind of thing, block people secretly so they don't know they're blocked. But doesn't that just give them more power? Like, even if they don't know about it, right? So they get blocked in a stream, they're like, great, I've got under their skin, and they carry on. As you said, isn't it better to just ignore it? Don't even give them the time of day.
Yeah.
I mean, in my mind, I mean, I only ever experienced someone coming into my stream and being a dick, like, I think one time. and it just made me laugh because I thought I'm literally a nobody. I have no views, and you've just literally come in here to tell me I'm a dick and then leave. And I
Sorry
found
about that. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I found it so funny, and so does it occurred to me. I was like, people get this every day. Like, people get told to kill themselves and stuff, which is, by the way, foul.
Yeah.
But like, these people must do it for attention, or literally just because they cannot even entertain the idea that even if they don't watch them and it doesn't affect their life in any way, that person has to be gone, or that thing has to disappear. It can't exist in the same world. And I'd love to sit down with someone like that and just be like, can you explain to me, like, where does this come from? Like, I'm so, like, enthralled.
But the thing is, you probably meet them on a daily basis, you know?
Yeah, that's the thing, yeah.
They're average people, you know, walking around. Could be neighbours, you know. Could be co-workers. It's like... But they just turn into this different thing when they're at home, you know, bored or whatever. So.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I think
it's just entertaining for people, I suppose, to just, you know, make themselves feel better.
It feels like people are looking for something to be upset about these days. And I find that so just strange. Why would you...
Karens.
Karens and... What was it? Karens and Kenneth? Or Kevin's? Kevin's, that's it. Karens and Kevin's. I don't use that often, but, you know, there it is. But yeah, no, I just found it very, very strange. I guess I don't experience that mainly because I don't use social media anymore. But I mean, does that change it really? Like, if these people weren't on social media, would they just find something in there? Like you said, when you walk past people, they insulted your animals for no reason. Like, even if we didn't have social media, these people clearly will carry on doing what they do.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know. I find it baffling because...
if you're it's one of those things that if you're in your own home, you're not going to get things like that. Where with social media, it invades your home as well. It invades your personal space. It's in your pocket 24/7.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. It's a weird topic, and it's something I could talk about for ages. But we won't talk about it anymore. That's that.